Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Web3 Pulse with the Crypto Evangelists. It's nice to see everyone on this beautiful Friday evening, and we have a lot to discuss about as always. Talking about what's happening in the crypto market, we have like a lot of things to talk about. So many things to talk about. The crypto market has seen a lot of developments in the past few days. We saw a major development with Ripple taking a significant move. They settled with the SEC finally, which is a very, very huge one. We've also seen some developments with XRP. We've seen the price of XRP do decent thanks to the news. We've also seen like developments in terms of BTC. We've seen developments in terms of major projects doing different activities on chain. And also the crypto market continues to excite as always. We all know that one of the things that we do in Web3 Pulse is to analyze the market, to see what's happening in the market, to give a bit of like our own insight into what we think is happening, and just like show people the different ecosystems within the crypto space, checking Kaito, checking Cookie.fun, just to see opportunities that can be leveraged in crypto. Because we all know that when it comes to the crypto market, there's a lot of developments that happen in crypto that we can easily just analyze. And I'm happy to be here. We we had our last live on Tuesday. Today is our next live. So we're going to jump into what we have for today. And today we're going to be talking about our first major news today, which is about Ripple. Ripple has settled with the SEC. The long-standing issue that Ripple has had with the SEC has been settled. We saw that Ripple has finally settled with the SEC. Both parties have withdrawn their cases from the courts. And one of the things that we would see is that this is a very, very significant news. We are reading this news from Reuters, where Ripple has ended its case with the SEC, or the SEC has ended its case with Ripple. We know that both of them have agreed on Thursday to dismiss their appeal of the fine imposed by U.S. District Judge Analisa Torres in Manhattan, that's New York. If you remember, the ruling happened in 2023, where the judge gave a mixed ruling, where it said that XRP was covered by securities laws, while XRP that people sold on public exchanges was not. She imposed a fine about this time last year in August 2024. And we know that ever since Donald Trump got into power, we've seen a bit of like move towards being crypto friendly with his plan to make US a more crypto friendly ecosystem. And then, unsurprisingly, we are seeing these developments that Ripple has agreed with the SEC on that they're going to remove both cases. So Ripple is going to pay the $125 million fine. And when you look at Ripple, with the amount of XRP tokens that they have, that's like chicken change to them. They'll definitely pay that. The Ripple team, they're already spinning it as a victory for them, which is partially true, because one of the things that the ruling showed is that most of the Ripple that they sold to investors was not security. So that sort of like has paved a way for crypto space and crypto regulation, with many projects that are raising funds able to like navigate the potential dangers that they would face if they are to sell their tokens to other people. So that's one of the things that the ruling has been able to do for them. We can see that development has become like a major storyline of recent, and that's huge for the crypto market. We know that the crypto market is one ecosystem that has a lot of like potentials, and anything that is good for XRP is definitely cool for the crypto market. Going into this news, XRP has surpassed Uber's market cap, and the news is just basically follow up to the development. This happened, I think, yesterday. I'm like getting this news from FS Crypto News, where XRP has reached a new milestone, overtaking Uber, and it's overtaking Uber is like quite impressive when you think of it. that his market value has hit 196 billion, surpassing Uber's market value of 193 billion. The achievement comes on the heels of a sharp price rally triggered by the SEC and Ripple's joint motion to dismiss their appeal. And we saw that the price of Ripple spiked by 13%. And before the rally, Ripple's market cap was about 184 billion, and now it has surpassed Uber. PepsiCo is still behind, I think, PepsiCo and Commonwealth Bank and HDF. You can see that Ripple now is even higher than PepsiCo now, according to as at when this article was written. And we are seeing that XRP is now just 3 billion away from the $200 billion milestone, and that would make it overtake corporate heavyweights like Shopify, AT&T, and Merck. In the July crypto market, XRP surged past most firms, and we know that despite the major issues that has happened in the crypto space, XRP is still third on the coin rankings behind Ethereum and Bitcoin. I think that Bitcoin one is going to be very, very difficult because Bitcoin is on 2.32 trillion. Ethereum is on 472 billion. So that's a major development for the XRP ecosystem, that we are seeing a continuous development within them. We are seeing that they have been able to show significant development in terms of XRP price. XRP continues to show that it has the capacity to do very well in the crypto market as a settlement layer. You should be expecting more development from Ripple now that they've gotten clarity from the SEC. We're definitely going to see more clarity from them now that they've gotten a lot of these things. So our next news is with regards Solana. Solana has launched their phone. Their phone had over 150,000 pre-orders, which is very, very huge. The phone is a Seeker Smasher phone, and the phone would arrive with strong privacy that and also has like so many features that will enable Web3 users to access Web3 directly from their pockets. Solana designed the Seeker with on-chain functionality, and another thing too that you see is it includes seed vaults for secure private key storage, a native crypto wallet that interacts with Solana dApp, and a decentralized app store that avoids platform fees. We've always known that launching phones is something that is huge in the crypto space. I know Electronium tried it that year, but Solana has been able to like develop phone. I think this is the second or third phone now that they'll be developing that will be similar that will be native to the Solana ecosystem. We know that many people that buy the phones, they tend to receive free NFTs. That has driven a lot of people into buying the Solana phones, because the phones are custom made for Solana. Users can interact with decentralized applications. Developers can publish directly to the App Store without approval. And you know, NFT creators, DeFi builders, they have like a lot of advantage with that kind of thing. But we all know that Solana still faces a lot of challenges, because one of the things that they do is that they are utilizing technology of other phone manufacturers, and they need to compete with established brands. I think that one might not be possible. What would eventually happen with all these Solana phones or blockchain based phones is that people will just be using them for crypto stuffs. Like you can have a crypto phone where you can do a lot of things that you want to do, and their decentralized app store needs to attract high quality developers to use the application, which is true. And also many users still lack understanding of how Web3 works. But that's a good development from Solana with their Seeker smartphone. I know the last smartphone that they had a lot of people using it. So I'm not surprised that they are looking towards like going deeper into the smartphone industry in terms of their development. With that, we move into our crypto news, or our market watch. We call it market watch. Market watch is where we check what's happening in the crypto market. We also look at Coke3 and we look at Kaito to see what's trending on them, and then we discuss the moving market trends, what's interesting in the market. So what are the trends that we can identify, and just like educate ourselves about the market trends. So we're going to have our market watch coming up now. So basically, if we look at the crypto market continues to like show decent like improvement. Although Bitcoin's price is around 166,000 compared to others. You can see that Bitcoin is trading at 116,000. Sorry, not 166, 116,000. Ethereum continues to like do decent. Ethereum is around 4K. The market is growing, largely driven by the XRP news. We all know that the XRP news was huge. Many people are excited about what has happened. We can see that BNB continues to like do okay. Solana, with the release of the Seeker phone, Solana continues to impress. We've seen a bit of like development in terms of Solana. Solana has that ability with its unique ecosystem that makes it that they had over 150,000 people that pre-ordered the phone, which is ridiculous when you think about it. But it's not surprising because the last phone, many people got a lot of free money from free NFTs, free airdrops. So Solana is doing well. Stellar Lumens has been performing very well, and it's not surprising. Anytime Ripple pumps, XLM tends to pump because the people that developed Stellar Lumens are were former workers in Ripple. They went to go and form their own decentralized version of Ripple. So we see Hedera is doing okay, and Toncoin, the native blockchain of the Telegram ecosystem, is here. We also have Uniswap doing well at 21%, which is quite cool. There is a lot of development about Uniswap, a lot of excitement. You can see Pepe the Frog 10%. Ethena token. Ethena has been one of the best performing coins recently. We also have Mantle, which is up 49.25% after the initial dump that happened 2 months ago, where there was like a lot of suspicion that whales dumped the token, but it's good to see that it's doing better. We also see Casper, Pudgy Penguin, the NFT project that is one of the biggest NFT projects in the crypto space. We also have Cosmos, and rounding up is Gates token, which is the crypto exchange token. WorldCoin is 53rd, and we have official Trump sitting about 6%. It's up 6% in the last 7 days, despite the fact that it has had a lot of ups and downs. So, looking at some of these trends in the market, we can see that the crypto market is still very, very bullish. There's a lot of hype in the market. Bitcoin is on 116K. So, obviously, if this trend continues, we might see Bitcoin hitting 118,000 and then prepare for its ascent towards 120,000 again. And this time, if Bitcoin is able to surpass 120,000, we might see it begin new runs towards new milestones like 125K, 130K. But obviously, this is not a financial advice, so it's always important for you to do your own research. Anytime you want to buy cryptocurrencies, you can easily make money and you can easily lose money in crypto. It's just all about following financial guidance and understanding the risks that are involved in crypto assets. Let's move to Kaito. We all know that I always check Kaito. Kaito is an InfoFi platform. InfoFi platforms are platforms that track engagement metrics. They are social engineering platforms. They help you know what people are saying online about the platforms. But at the moment, most of the InfoFi platforms are heavily skewed towards Twitter, because Twitter is like a place where many people discuss about cryptocurrencies, right? We check the project leaderboard. There are a lot of projects on Kaito for both pre-TGE and post-TGE. I really don't know. Sometimes the Kaito platform has this issue where this thing refuses to load. But if we check the Capital Launchpad, for Capital Launchpad, they've added another extra token, a billion. So Capital Launchpad is just like the centralized launchpad on Kaito, where people can come in, buy early into projects and get tokens in return. I'm not really a huge fan of investing into launchpads. It used to be very lucrative about 2-3 years ago when Binance really made it very popular with the Binance launchpad. But nowadays, many people have been disappointed with launchpad because one of the things that people tend to face is that you have long vesting periods. You are unable, maybe you bought it at $1. When you eventually get all your tokens, it might be less than 20 cents. so people don't really like it. But if you are that type of person that does it, because Kaito gives out a lot of airdrop, you can always go through it. There's also Kaito N, where you can yap on different projects and get rewarded for yapping, for talking about the project. We also have airdrops, and we have Kaito staking, where you can stake Kaito at 10%, and then you get rewarded with Kaito tokens, and you can also get airdrops. I saw an article a month ago of someone that stakes 10,000, 10K in Kaito and has gotten a lot of airdrops from that. So that is all about Kaito. Let's go to Cookie.fun. Cookie.fun is a competitor of Kaito. It gives a different vibe. I'm currently yapping on Cookie.fun. There are some projects that I know that I am yapping on 10 protocol. Let me check my leaderboard on 10 protocol. Currently, I'm now 600. So I've gotten 1.44 snaps from 10 protocol. Also, there are different projects that you can talk about. And one of the things that Cookie.fun gives you is sentiment tracker, right? Good sentiment, XRP, obviously. XRP will have good sentiment because of the settlement with the SEC. We have Sapien, we have Boss, we have ADA, which is the native token of Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Pom.fun. We also have Sui, we have Link. We also have, in terms of bad sentiment, we have Fatcoin, we have Bonk, we have XM, that's Monero. And we check the mindshare change. Ethereum is leading at the moment. It was Solana on Wednesday when we had our last Web3 Pulse live. We have Ethereum, we have Bitcoin, we have XRP topping in terms of sentiment. Another thing that I like to also check sometimes is voices. Voices gives me like data on what people are talking about. Wale Mosh is high on USDF, Morpho, and ME. You can see that Zia is high on Pengu, BTC, and Island. So you have people with their different what they're thinking about, what will happen to different projects, right? So Cookie.fun, if you're on Twitter, if you have a Twitter account, it's very, very important that you join all these InfoFi platforms, because you can get rewarded from just talking about the tokens that you love. So you connect on Cookie.fun, you also connect on Kaito. It's quite important that you do that, and you also connect your wallets, and then you just have your distribution, right? So that's all about InfoFile. I'm going to check for more InfoFile platforms, so that way we can always like look at more InfoFile platforms beyond Kaito and Cookie.fun. So it doesn't look like I'm just at that I'm advertising them. We have other InfoFi platforms that are coming up. That's like one of the hottest things in crypto now. Everyone is trying to launch an InfoFi platform. And based on this, it takes us to our next part, which is our token spotlight. Token spotlight is where we talk about a particular token. We spotlight a token, talk about what the token is about. We look at its ecosystem, and then just do one or two things about the token. And token spotlight is something that is very important to me, because one of the things that I've always wanted in crypto is to educate people. That's why my name is Crypto Evangelist, and to provide value to people that are within my ecosystem, right? So for today, our token spotlight is a unique token that has a lot of potentials. The token is one token that is a layer 1 blockchain token that has been for a while and is a wider part of the Cosmos ecosystem. Our token spotlight for today is the SCI token, or SEI. Some people call it SEI, some people call it SCI token. It's a very, very wonderful project, a project with a lot of like fundamentals, and a project that many people rate very highly. So when you think of SEI or SCI, you are looking at a token that is the native token of the SEI network, a layer 1 blockchain that is built to optimize decentralized trading, other book-based DeFi. And unlike most general purpose layer 1 tokens or projects, SEI is optimized from the ground up for high frequency trading. You know that one of the problems that we face with many crypto platforms, especially since when Ethereum brought the concept of a virtual computer that is decentralized, is the fact that when you do a lot of transactions on it, the blockchain becomes slower, transaction fees are become more expensive. But SEI was built with that, and it uses the Cosmos SDK and Tendermint consensus, but introduces unique innovation. And it's one of the first blockchains specifically tailored for DEXs, which are decentralized exchanges, and relies on real-time order matching, and it's fast and has like a lot of things that works for it. So we are going to look at some of the things that makes like say blockchain unique. And one of the things that we're going to look at is key features. So when you look at key features of the say blockchain, one of the key features is that it has an on-chain order matching engine. Unlike most DEX that outsource order matching to off-chain solution, say runs on an on-chain order book and matching engine, which gives traders a transparent and trustless settlement ecosystem. It has its twin turbo consensus, which is unique and different from the regular ones, where the standard tender means splits block proposal and transaction execution into parallel processes, making the network faster and increasing the throughput dramatically. It also has front running protection, where you have native mechanism like frequent batch auction, which helps mitigate MEV, protects traders from sandwich attacks. We have their high performance blockchain with low transaction fees, which gives like minimal transaction fee. Governance and staking is very important. Users can stake their funds, delegate their funds with their delegated proof of stake. So that's one of the things that Say has in its key features. Then we go to the next part, which is so the strengths of the token. And when you think about the strength of Say token, one of its strengths is the fact that it is optimized for other books, unlike other um automated market maker focused chains. Say is built to handle thousands of orders per second with near instant finality, which is critical when you are trying to trade derivative trading, perpetuals, especially. Also, for sometimes in sports trading, you need a quick ecosystem that makes you trade fast. You can integrate your bots and get fast transaction. His ecosystem is also built for market makers and high frequency traders. It's also interoperable with Cosmos ecosystem. Cosmos is a very popular blockchain, and Say is interoperable with it. It's also a community driven ecosystem, which is not surprising because it's a public blockchain. Most public blockchains are community driven because if not for community, those blockchains would have died down. Blockchains like Ethereum, any public blockchain is likely to be community driven, and that's one of the major things that we see about Say. And the next thing that we're going to look at is its community sentiment. Looking at his community sentiment, we can see that community sentiment is high with 85% bullish and 15% bearish. And one of the things that you would see too is that we're in the bullish market, so it's not surprising that we are seeing something like that, right? For the bullish market. But that's one of the unique things about Say. You can see that there's a lot of hype about the token online, which is not surprising considering the fact that it's one of the established tokens that we have. And then we look at the fear and greed index. When you think of the fear and greed index, it's currently towards greed. As I showed earlier, the crypto market is currently trading green. So there's a lot of positivity in the market, and Say is leveraging Say is leveraging that to like really trend and get like a lot of things within its ecosystem for like trading, fast transaction and all that. So that's one of the beauties um about um Say ecosystem. So that's one of the things that we see. Another thing that it has is wallet integrations. When you look at some of the wallet integrations that it has been able to do, it has native support Cosmos for Cosmos Wallet, and it has validator network. It also has liquidity incentives and all that. So that's one of the things that its ecosystem has that provides like a lot of development for it. So that's one of the things that it has. Like it's very very unique for it. So that's one of the beauties of it. ecosystem. It has that uniqueness of it. I'm having some like chats from people. One of the things that you can see is that it has liquidity incentives. There are a lot of liquidity incentives in the market. SE token emission and community grant fuels liquidity mining. You also see IBC bridges, which makes it interoperable with chains like Osmosis, Injective, and Juno, expanding cross-chain liquidity for traders. We also have the Vortex protocol, which is one of the first perpetuals to be built on SCI or SEI ecosystem. So that's one of the beauty of its ecosystem. It has a very diverse and unique ecosystem. Another thing that we're also going to look at, as we always do in our token spotlight, is to check the markets. The markets are where you can buy it. You can see it's available on Binance. It's also available on Bybit. It has good volumes on these top exchanges, which shows that it's being like supported properly. You can see on Binance, on Bybit. So, and it's also on, it has some volume on Coinbase. And another thing that we also look at is what people are saying about it on Twitter. We know Twitter is the home of crypto, and we can see that one person is saying that Circle's in USDC integration on say we provide liquidity. One of my portfolios says bullish. Many people are bullish about it, and that's one of the good things about the crypto market. You tend to have that kind of like bullishness about the market. And when you look at its website, its ecosystem, you see the fastest parallel blockchain. There is start building, like it has a very unique blockchain system. See, over 100 megas per second. So that's just basically that. And looking at the market price of SEI or SCI, some people call it SCI, I just call it SEI blockchain or SEI, depending on the way you pronounce it, right? It's 56 on coin ranking and it's up about 9.62% in the past 1 week. Is up about 5% in the past few days. And if we check the 1 year chart, is up 21% in the past year. So it's a token with good fundamentals. But as always, it's very important that you do your own research. We're not giving financial advice here. We're just showing you the different tokens. And today, our Web3 token or our token spotlight of the day is SEI token. SEI token is unique, and as always, Crypto Spotlight is sponsored by FS Crypto News bots. We have a very unique bot that all you just need to do is interact with the bots in our community, and you can stand the chance to win 200,000 naira. This is largely for people in Nigeria. Every week, the top 10 engagers get 5,000 naira from engaging on our bots. You can check out our bots by looking at, you go to at Crypto Evangelists. I'm currently streaming on YouTube and Facebook, is in the description, and on TikTok you can see it on the screen. All you just need to do is search for that on Telegram and join our ecosystem. We also have our games night every Wednesday. We have a very decent and active community. You can watch our videos on YouTube. You can also watch some of our videos on TikTok. We also have a Facebook channel, and we have like a very, very developing ecosystem. And very soon we are looking to start interviewing people, bringing in more people in the blockchain for our live sessions to interview them, so that it's not just about me talking about token spotlight, talking about market watch. People can also see other top guys in the crypto space and just provide more value, because that's my job, to provide value to my listeners. And as always, until next time, I remain the crypto evangelist. Have a great weekend ahead. We know that the crypto space, as always be careful when you're investing. Don't follow anybody online. Make your research. There's ChatGPT for you. You can also Google. And until next time, have a very good day and cheers, guys. Have a wonderful week ahead.